You're...
I've come about that charter you're looking for.
Have you got it?
Yes.
By Christ, Henry. All them men couldn't find it, and you just come strolling in. And the soldiers who were taking it to Sedlitz? Did you find them as well?
Aye. But they weren't planning to go to Sedlitz. They deserted, and were hiding out in the sawmill near Lahota.
Horsons. Where are they now? What did you do with them?
I was lucky enough to catch them off their guard. They're dead.
You took them all on by yourself? You must have been damn fucking lucky. That's your mission accomplished, then. You're one of us from now on, Henry. Here, take our Waffenrock and wear it with pride. And you know what? I think you should get paid right now.
So we can move out from the camp at last?
First things first. You know the first thing every real soldier does when he gets paid? He gets shit drunk! Musa, did you hear that? Henry here found us that stupid document.
And he dealt with the traitors. Perhaps even too well for my taste.
Let them rot in hell, the Horsens.
And what now? Will you head out for Sedlitz?
The sooner the better. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
It is just that you have not finished telling me the story of George and the dragon.
Really? All right, but telling a story like that needs a proper drink first. You too, Henry. Drink.
As you command, sir. To the Praggers.
Long live the Praggers. At last I don't have to drink alone. Moose is not much of a drinking companion, see?
Alcohol and gambling may have their uses, but they are also sinful. And much more sinful than beneficial. I mean, look at yourself. A man should have 4 humors in his body. But you have replaced them all with alcohol.
You're no saint yourself. I've heard from the bathhouse wenches how you can't take your eyes off them.
Every creature is beautiful and noble. For Allah created them thus. I'm just admiring his work.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that. All the more reason I don't understand why you don't drink and play dice.
I simply do not want to.
But I fucking do. So come on, Henry. You'll play with me at least.
Nah, why not? Let's have a game.
That's the spirit. You're a man after my own heart.
Careful, friend. Winning money off the captain is never a good idea.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad. Well, you're not afraid of anything. Aye, that'll do. Like this. Oh, come on! If I was you, I'd take it. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know? That'll do me. Roll. These ones here. Oh, come on! Nothing worth mentioning. Aye, that'll do. Like this. Damn it. They're yours, lad. You must have a...
Shit! How could I have lost?
Glory to the victors, honor to the defeated. You'll get me back next time, sir.
You bet I will. I'll pluck you like a chicken. And now for a drink. And so St. George hops on his white steed, and he rides to the lake, where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur, it's wafting from it. And so he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, "Come out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight! And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on?
This is Chatan. He leads the Cumans.
He has been stabbed. Tuts beseni. Kitchen alto est.
Who did it?
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Will someone please explain to me what the fuck is going on here?
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly. He's in plain sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Don't let anyone in. You got it? What are your orders, Lord of Burblaka?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me. We're lucky to have you here.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry. But now we have to do something.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Chertan in the infirmary.
Right now? What good can you do there? Be better if you help me here.
Do what I said, and don't concern yourself with me. I'll go where I want, when I want.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, Chertan's at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grosov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
Well, the most important thing is to keep this hushed up. Things will really go to shit if anyone finds out.
It's true. Doesn't take much to get that Cuman rabble's blood up. I don't want to end up in a goulash. We're gonna have to sort this out. Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Kurva. You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while. And you take a torch and search this place.
All right. Go and get some rest, and I'll take a look around.
What do you fucking mean, rest? I'm going to have a think. Fucking and drinking until we're all slaughtered. Sigismund wants us all hung, drawn, and quartered.
And lo and behold, where might this trail of blood lead to?
Run! Here you go. Take it. Search.
Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get Cats to move it out of the camp somehow. Oh, there's powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store will be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that? And the lock looks scratched. Maybe someone tried to get inside without a key. Was someone trying to steal something? Or perhaps I'm not the only one who's looking to make mischief here. Right. I've searched the whole place.
Did you find anything?
I found out a lot of things. The powder store is unlocked, for instance. It shouldn't be, should it? What do you say?
I'm fed up with this fucking camp. You know what? From now on, I only want to hear stuff if it's truly important. I don't give a shit about the rest. Let's go to the infirmary instead and take a look at Chertan. Maybe Musa's already finished with him.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's what I'd like to know. Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chetan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. Sir Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chertan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
I'd bet it was the wine that killed him. There's lots of poisons you could add to it, and nobody would notice. Well, until it's too late, of course.
You are probably right, my friend.
How come you even have wine here? You keep saying you're not allowed to drink.
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough. Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. I have no idea what happened here, but Musa is definitely innocent. Chertan was stabbed first, wasn't he? And Musa was with me in my tent when that happened.
So, he's in league with someone else.
With one of the half-wits here? I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir, give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But, sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Why did you stand up for Musa like that?
I don't even know. Maybe it's because he actually listens to all my stories and bad jokes. You must have got to know him a bit by now, too, huh? It must be clear to you he didn't kill Chertan.
Well, the most important thing is to help Musa somehow, I reckon. We can't let them hang him without proof.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Well, what are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal justiciar.
What is this royal justiciar?
He's a crown official who makes sure the law is enforced in this land. His people catch and try all sorts of counterfeiters, rebels, murderers too. Sigismund may not have appointed one yet, but I've heard he's put Stieber of Stiebersitz in charge of this kind of thing. And if that's true, and Gorzov brings him here, we're all in the shit.
Who is this Stibor of Stiebersitz?
A real big cheese, lad. He owns half of Upper Hungary. You don't get that kind of wealth by being kind-hearted. Trust me.
You really don't have any idea what to do next?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what happened.
But Grozov has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. Everyone knows my face. But you could do it.
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me, so you're not a suspect. You have to get rid of the guard somehow, and get to Musa.
All right. I'll try to distract the guard somehow.
Good idea. Grozov's men are all blockheads. It'll be easy as pie.
How much time do we have for this investigation?
2 days at most, I'd say. Then Sigismund's deputy will arrive from Sedlitz. And Henry, be careful. I'm depending on you.
That bastard. We're stuck here because of him. I hope Musa will know what to do. That bastard. We're stuck here because of him. I hope Musa will know what to do.
Stop, you bastard! Nobody's allowed in here.
But I'm Moose's assistant, and I need his advice. We've got lots of sick men.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but nobody's allowed to see Musa.
Huh. What are you doing here?
That's what I'd like to know. They just came and said I should guard the physician and not let him out of my sight. Even if he wants to piss, I have to go with him. You wouldn't happen to know what's going on, would you?
I heard someone was threatening Musa. They're afraid someone might come and cut his throat. So they thought it best to have him under guard. But you didn't hear it from me. Got that?
Mother of God! Why do I have to be the one to guard him? Am I supposed to get my throat cut for him?
Look, why don't you go for a walk or something? Who knows what's happening with Musa? You don't want to get mixed up in anything dangerous.
You might be onto something there. And Musa ain't going nowhere, is he? After all, where could a fella like him hide?
Henry? What are you doing here? Grozav said...
Now, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it. We have to clear your name somehow.
I truly appreciate that. But I am not sure that is possible. Tinje sireye, mene mene sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to truth has many twists and turns.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. But I'm gonna need your help. What happened when you brought Chertan to the infirmary?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started cleaning Chertan's wounds. Then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly began to shake and vomit blood soon after. He was dead.
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borumlaka arrived and started to go mad.
Did Chertan say anything before he died?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as good as I thought. He was coughing so much that I could not understand anything.
What about that wine? Could I take a look at it?
Lord Grozav poured it away in anger before you arrived, so that I could not poison anyone else, he said.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us? The wine was evidence.
Evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink, even vinegar. It smelt and looked the same, as always. Except perhaps it was a little more cloudy.
Where was the wine from, actually?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair, nicely built. Catherine, I think she's called.
Catherine? Are you sure?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave the wine to today. The wine must have been poisoned here, in my infirmary.
All right, but what now? How will we find the murderer?
I have done some thinking about that. After all, what else can I do here? The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. One makes your hair fall out, Another turns your guts inside out. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan, we just have to find it, and the mystery is solved.
Well, wouldn't it be enough to search the whole camp? I don't imagine many people here keep poison on them, eh?
You would be surprised, my friend. I may not be an expert, but I know that many everyday things are actually poisonous. What is more, you cannot just run around the camp searching people and then try to figure out which of that horde is the murderer.
How can we identify the poison, then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is, I would, if I could get out of here.
And could I help you somehow? I may not be as learned as you, but I do know how much herb Paris to put in a potion to make someone fall asleep but not die.
Excellent, my friend. Maybe we can manage this together. The first thing to do is to go to Chetan's corpse and examine it thoroughly. Arms, legs, face. You must remember everything that looks strange to you. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons and compare what you saw with the symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Aye, pretty well.
Excellent. The chest is locked, but I trust you will manage somehow.
You have a whole book just about poisons? Where did you get it?
I bought it on my way here, in Moravia. I have not yet had time to study it properly, but please, do not mention it to anyone. It would not look good for someone in my situation to have such a book. You surely understand.
Right. Examine Chertan's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Chertan?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone in the... Who do you think is the
Couldn't it have been just about anyone?
It might seem so at first glance, but not when you give it some thought. Most of the people in the camp respected Chertan. And besides, not everyone can get up to the powder store.
Well, what do you think?
I think it must be someone from here. A stranger would have been noticed. What is more, most people are not allowed up to the powder store, and I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozav, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something away.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful, my friend.
What if we forgot about finding the murderer, and I just helped you escape? You'd be long gone before Grozav found out.
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. My appearance is a little... conspicuous. There is nowhere for me to hide in this country. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you and Katz instead of me. I cannot allow that.
Was it you who found Chertan?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing. We didn't do nothing.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No! We might have just shut one eye for a moment, but we wasn't sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before Chetan started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
What did you do when you found Chertan?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Chetan, he went as pale as a ghost. If it wasn't for him, Chetan would have bled to death there.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chetan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand their gibberish, do I?
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or already inside, even?
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
Careful.
You have a kind master, eh?
All right. Here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God, don't let me miss anything. And forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. No signs of poisoning. Ah, what a stench. He coughed up some blood, all right. But he also threw his guts up. Well, some poisons are so strong that the body tries to expel them. That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Chertan. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Oh, his belly's hacked to ribbons. Who could have butchered him like that, for God's sake? Well, almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. I can't see anything ripped or sliced off. There's nothing missing. Whoever killed him, it doesn't look like a robbery. He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasms started? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Or was he a filthy pig and always had them? Completely rigid. Just like the arms. but... Oh, Christ, what a stink! Ugh, he shot himself. I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much? Ugh. Maybe the poison did that. That'll have to do. I found out enough. He threw up on himself, he had spasms, he shot himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing. Right, that's that. I should tell Musa what I've learned.
Ah, Christ.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertown was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know or not?
The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book, but if you think the symptoms are the same, I will believe you. Are you sure it was that poison? Were there not more in the book?
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the 2 guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. But I cannot stop thinking about how brilliantly you dealt with Mishek. Why would someone with your abilities want to enlist? I do not suspect you of Tertan's murder, of course. Do not worry. It is all strange, though. People have just been sitting around for months here. And all of a sudden you turn up, and everything is turned upside down.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Tell me the truth, my friend. Who are you? Really?
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this some kind of loyalty test or something? I'm just doing what I'm told to do. Is there something wrong with that?
I have more important things to do than to try to trick you. I am asking you sincerely, as a friend. Who are you?
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased? Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent?
How did you come to be in Sigismund's court?
That is a long story. I once served Sultan Bayezid. Although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people, the Sultan at the time received envoys from all over the world, so I was useful. But soon after, we found ourselves at war with Timur and his Golden Horde. Luckily, that is, luckily for me, it was around then that Sigismund's messenger came to see the Sultan. And I managed to persuade the Sultan to send me to Hungary as a goodwill gesture. I am sure you understand that I did not want to wait for Timur's savages to cut my head off. But let us just say that King Sigismund did not show me the respect my position is worthy of. Instead of making me his counselor and physician, he sent me here.
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it. I would be very happy to get away from here and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing. I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I'd better go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. Beautiful, but empty. No poison. He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozav's fallen on hard times. Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he? The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Oak. And dry as a bone. Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death. I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Ugh, stinks of vomit. Ugh, just a broom. Nothing out of the ordinary. What is this strange letter? Nothing good, I'm sure. Where the hell did a common soldier get so much money? Something stinks here. There's nothing here. Moosa's definitely not to blame. I'd like to ask a couple of questions about Chertan's murder.
I have a couple of questions of my own. What actually happened? Kat said Chertan is dead and Musa's locked up.
It's even more complicated than that. But I don't have time to explain it to you now. I need to ask you a couple of questions.
Go ahead and ask then, but quietly, damn it. I don't want anyone to know about it.
Where were you when Chertan was poisoned?
Where do you think? In my tent. After I helped take him to the infirmary with Musa, I went my own way.
You just went off to have a nap?
No. I doubled the guard, drew up the orders for tomorrow, and made sure nobody was allowed to leave the camp. When something like this happens, people like me have lots to do all of a sudden.
It was you who came to tell us that Chertan had been stabbed, wasn't it? How did you get involved in the first place?
Me? I was close by, that's all. My tent is right below the palisade. And when the two guards found Chertan, They ran to get me.
Hold on. The two guards said otherwise. They said they found Cheriton and were discussing what to do when you turned up. By yourself.
Is that what they said? It's possible. I can't remember now. It all happened so fast. And anyway, how am I supposed to remember all this shit? Maybe I heard them and went to see what was going on.
Are you sure you don't want to tell me what really happened?
All right. You want the truth, so I'll tell you the truth. In fact, I really was up top. It's because I had to keep an eye on you.
Me? Why, for Christ's sake?
You really don't know? You may have been given our colours, but you're still a stranger. I didn't want you running around unsupervised. But it seems you're a decent fella, so don't fuck it up now.
Tell me more about the storage space.
What about it? There's a cannon and some powder there. We built it a few days after we arrived because it's a good idea to keep that kind of stuff safe. If it blew up, the whole place would be blown to smithereens. And if someone didn't happen to set fire to it, someone else might have robbed it. Folk are like magpies.
Oh, except for you, the crow.
Very droll. Never heard that one before. Aye, but now I'll ask you something. Who do you think did it?
Well, it's too soon to be certain. So everyone is a suspect. To tell the truth, there's something about your story that doesn't feel right.
My story? Fuck. Henry, why would I want to kill Chertan?
I don't know. I'm just saying that everyone is a suspect.
Well, you better be fucking certain before you try landing me in the shit. Got that?
A knight held captive here died recently. Peter of Sukatleski. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, yes. He was in poor shape when they brought him in. But if they had let me treat him, I might have been able to save him.
What was wrong with him?
I only saw him very briefly, but it was obvious he was in bad shape. He was pale, his eyes were bloodshot, and he was acting like he had been hit very hard on the head.
So it really was illness that killed him then?
Well, partly, but mostly it was negligence and disrespect for human life.
Did they forbid you from treating the prisoner?
No, not directly anyway. But let us say they made it very clear to me that the wounded from the king's army were the priority. And there is no shortage of them.
But there hasn't been a battle for some time.
Exactly. They are bored. So they get drunk and knock each other's teeth out or strain their backs in the baths.
Are you certain that knight could still be helped? Might treating him have been pointless?
Only Allah can cure the ill. I can lessen their pain, put them into a deep sleep or such. But who am I to decide whether or not the pain will return, or if they will wake up from their sleep? I do have plenty of experience, though. And I think I can recognize who has a chance of surviving and who does not.
Thank you. I'm going now. How did you find Chertan?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
Have you noticed anyone suspicious hanging around by the powder store recently?
There's always someone going in and out. But no strangers. Not everyone can get up to that part of the camp. In fact, everyone who has access came to the place where Chertan was lying.
As far as I know, there were 2 of you on guard duty on the tower. What's the other soldier like?
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep his mouth shut. A complete twat.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I try to tell him I'm not fucking interested, but he doesn't take any notice. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Chertan shut him up for a while.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
That fast? You're yanking my pizzle. Go and find some more evidence. So Stibor hasn't arrived yet in any case.
Good to see you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand.
I wish. I was kicked by a horse.
What? A horse?
I barely made it out of the way.
We have to talk.
I hope it's important. The less we're seen together, the better.
Oh, you bet it's important. Someone poisoned Chertan, the Cuman's commander.
All right. That is bad. Damn it! You're not involved in this, are you?
No. But I have to find the murderer. Kat said he won't set off for Sedlets until it's cleared up.
That old sod? He's never gonna get off that lazy arse of his.
Musa said that Chertown was poisoned with wine you brought to the infirmary. It's not your doing, is it?
Do you think I'm stupid enough to spoil my own plans?
Was there anything strange about that wine?
It's the same gut rot everyone in the camp drinks.
Musa said it looked cloudy.
I don't know anything about that. It was clear when I took it to him. Oh, unless...
Unless someone mixed some poison into it. I think I know how Chertown was poisoned.
Good work, Henry. You're too smart to be a soldier, but like every man, you prefer boasting to hard work. Go and find that murderer so we can get out of here. Shishka is waiting for us.
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe... I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some Cuman.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
Well, if he really did steal your shoe, Mutt could track him down.
That's not a bad idea, but you'd have to give him something to get the scent.
You've got the other shoe, don't you? You can't walk around with one shoe on anyway. And Mutt's dependable.
It's not Matt I'm worried about. Just sort things out with a creep, that's all I care about.
I can explain to him that a woman like you isn't for him.
I suppose. If you tell him firmly enough.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. But now go. We both have work to do.
Here you go. Take it. Here, Matt. Search.
What is it, boy? Is this where the shoe thief lives? That's Catherine's. So this is where the cumin who won't leave her alone lives.
You're not permitted to be here. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether...
All right, I'll pay.
Now show me what you...
All right.
All right, then. In that case, an Everything's in its place.
My respects.
So it's you. You're the cumin that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van? Nem értem.
What are you on about? You don't understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das Bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen? Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütöd bele az orrod? Igen, szeretem.
She's scared. Sakra. It's like talking to a horse. Ah! Help! That man wants to hurt me! Help! Save me! Huh? Bathhouse woman? Afraid. You? Go away. Du Schwein. Nicht amor.
Mi van? Félt tőlem. De én ezt nem akartam. Hát jó. Rendben, akkor békén hagyom. Nicht amor.
See how easily we came to an agreement? Well, I found the human who was stalking you. He's called Chakan, and I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Ah, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learnt Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? And what about my shoes?
Here they are. Both of them.
Thank God for that. I was afraid I'd have to steal someone else's. And Henry?
What?
Thank you. You're a good man. I owe you one.
You silly doggy.
I'm sorry.
Christ, what a day.
My respects.
God bless you, sir.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about Chertan's murder.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, it's just that I found a couple of interesting things in your tent. Isn't there something you should tell me?
No. And get off my back.
Calm down. If I wanted to snitch on you, I'd go straight to Cas without bothering to ask you any questions.
Well, let's say you might have a point. What was it you said?
You know something about the murder, don't you?
Maybe a little. But I don't want word to get out, all right?
Why would anyone kill Chertan anyway?
Maybe it wasn't about Chertan. Maybe someone wanted to do something in the ammunition store. But Chertan turned up, so he had to kill him.
In the ammunition store? And what would anyone be doing there?
Trying to blow it sky high.
What? What good would that do anyone?
It might make him very rich. Let's say Sigismund has a lot of enemies who are planning something big. It'll start in Italy, I hear, and it'd come in very handy if someone gave the king a setback before that. He'd lose allies there, and here his camp goes to shit. There's sure to be dozens of saboteurs all over the Empire, just like the one here.
I should probably report you. But I've got a much better idea. Let's say I'm not a great supporter of Sigismund. What if we were to help each other out?
That doesn't sound bad. Let me finish my work. We can put the blame for Chertan's murder on Grozaf. I can't stand that fucker anyway.
What, accusing an innocent man? But he'll be executed.
Better him than me. So, can we make a deal?
But there's one condition. The storeroom doesn't blow up until we set off for Sedlets. I need that cannon of yours.
Ah, so that's why you're here. All right, I can arrange that. I'll prepare a long fuse and light it just before departure. With a bit of luck, we'll be long gone when it blows up. But first, we have to get rid of Grozav. I have a poisonous plant here. Put it in the chest in his tent, and at the trial, we'll say he used it to poison Chertan.
That won't be necessary. I've been in his tent, and he already has a couple of poisonous plants there.
Really? Christ. There's more to him than meets the eye. All the better for us, though. Oh, and don't try to double-cross me. Got that?
My humble respects.
Careful.
Could we talk about Chertan's murder?
Why? Musa is under lock and key, and the king's deputy himself is coming for him. Leave me in peace, or you might end up like him.
But sir, we both know whatever happened with the poison wine, Musa can't have stabbed Chertan. I want to find out who else is involved in this. After all, you too could be in danger till this is all cleared up. I just have a couple of questions. I won't keep you long. You'll see.
Oh, get on with it then, for fuck's sake. But if you think you can persuade me to let Musa go, you're out of luck.
How come you got to the site of the stabbing so quickly?
My tent is right next to it, you rat-faced halfwit. I heard Chertan yelling and I went to take a look.
Did you notice anything strange?
Like what, a stabbed man?
Maybe you saw someone acting strangely around there?
No. I gave a clear order that nobody unauthorized is allowed up here. It's bad enough that you're here. Is there anything else? Or can I have some peace at last?
Were you there when Chertan was poisoned?
No, not at that moment. When I arrived, Chertan was already dead, and Musa was standing over him, white as a sheet. Well, paler than usual.
Had Chertan been behaving strangely recently?
No more than usual.
Did he mention having any conflicts with anyone?
Apart from me, you mean? I don't know how you imagine it, but we don't exactly go round holding hands here.
I took a look at the powder store where they found Chertan. I noticed it was unlocked. Someone forced the lock and moved the barrels of powder around.
What's that got to do with me?
It almost looks like someone went there to steal. Do you have any idea who it might have been?
What the fuck are you trying to suggest?
Well, it's just that Casas is in charge of the powder, and he's bound to be interested if someone was stealing. And I'm sure he wouldn't be happy if I told him I didn't ask you, the commander, about it. Then he'd have to do the asking. And that will probably annoy him plenty.
Oh, all right then. There's something I suppose you should know. I like to gamble now and again. And it's true, I don't have much luck. But stealing, I'm a nobleman. Just because I had to sell off a few pieces of land, everyone at court treats me like a leper all of a sudden.
So why would Sigismund put you in charge of the camp?
As punishment. Stuck here with all this riffraff, supplies running thin, pay nowhere to be seen, and to cap it all, it's dull as fuck. A nice recipe for trouble. And that's just what that royal horse son is counting on. Oh, he can't wait till something goes wrong here so he can blame me for it.
So, you don't know anything about the black powder?
Nothing. And you don't know anything about me, got that? One word and you'll be sorry.
Do you know anyone who might want to kill Cherton?
Who wouldn't? He was a smug, ill-mannered bastard. Though I have to admit, I'm surprised it was the Sawbones Musa who killed him.
How could he have? He was with me and Katz when Cherton was stabbed.
So he was in league with someone. How do I know?
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
That fast? You're yanking my pizzle. Go and find some more evidence.
Christ. It's pissing. I'm sorry.
Bloody rain.
I saw an arena in the camp. When will there be a tournament?
Firstly, I would not call it a tournament. Rather, mindless hacking. Not even a Chogan is so terrible. And, to answer your question, there will not be any. The commanders wisely banned them.
Why did they ban the tourneys?
Because it went too far. Instead of matching skills, people settled scores with each other. They killed each other from rage and also from boredom. Since the tournament was banned, I have a lot less work with mending fractures.
What did you mean by mindless?
Merely dumb violence for its own sake. It is not chivalrous like Furussia.
What does that mean? Furussia?
Furussia, the skill set of an Arab warrior. Where I come from, every fighter must be able to ride a horse and take care of its injuries and illnesses. In addition, he should also be able to hold his own when fighting with a spear and a sword. And of course, excel in archery. And above all, he must not be a coward, but on the contrary, an honorable man.
Furussia sounds to me like the chivalry of every good knight. Maybe with the exception of that horse medicine of yours.
Really?
But a good Christian knight should also know how to dance, play chess, and write poetry.
Very interesting. It is a pity. I have not met many like that. Those are all true wisdoms. Also in the name of Allah.
What's that Chogan, then?
A riding game. Very hard and dangerous. Two teams of riders with wooden mallets try to get a leather ball into the opponent's goal. Whoever does so more times wins.
And what's so dangerous about that?
When the mallet lands on your head. In any case, nothing teaches you how to ride a horse better than Shogun.
Good doggy, good boy.
My respect. I'm sorry. This damn drum raid.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Oh, you pooch. Good day to you.
I saw the arena.
You're too late, lad. But all you can do now is a bit...
Why'd they... You fought with...
Of course.
So what?
But those our fellas came away from... And then command.
So that's it then?
Aye, probably. Because that wasn't the first cock-up. Cumans, Germans, but now. God be with you.
Christ, this weather.
Huh? Nothing to your liking, sir?
I'd like to Huh. Satisfied?
That? Aye. Thank you, sir. And come again.
How can I help you, sir? See you later.
What was our plan?
It's a bit stealing the cat. Well, so...
And when...
See?
You silly doggy. How can I help?
The bath maids in a...
You can say that again. Sometimes I have to drive.
So the bath...
Not so much, and that's not... Farewell, sir.
Praise the Lord.
Good to see you. Oh, awful weather. The washing God be with you.
Good day. What are you here for?
I need a bath.
Certain.
I need my wounds treated and my clothes washed. And then I'll have a hot bath.
Excellent. Pay up.
I'll gladly pay...
Excellent.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
My respects.
God bless you.
my humble respects.
Greetings to you two.
Good day.
Greetings to you, friend.
I'm at your service, sir.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Sir, people don't murder each other for no reason. They murder mostly for revenge or profit, and Musa had no motive. You can ask everyone in the camp. Musa never had any quarrel with Chertan.
But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Chertan was killed by the camp commander, Grozov of Boromlaka.
What?
You scum! How dare you!
Silence!
You aren't gonna let this peasant insult me, are you, sir? You should cut him down to size.
That can wait. First, I want to know how he came up with this insolent claim. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
So Grozov was most likely trying to steal black powder. It's very valuable, and often gets stolen, I've heard. But Chertan caught him in the act. There was a fight, and that's how it ended.
Me? Stealing? What impudence!
What do you base this on?
There was powder scattered all over the storeroom floor. Chertan disturbed Sir Grozov, then he spilt the powder.
I've had enough of this. Another word and I'll have your tongue cut out.
But Sir Grozov, why are you getting so worked up over this simple fellow? You don't have anything to hide, do you?
Me? Of course not.
See then? We shall continue. What happened next? You carried Cherton to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Grozov went to the infirmary a little before me and Cas. He could easily have had time to poison the wine Musa gave to Cherton.
What say you, Sir Musa?
It cannot be ruled out.
Well, Sir Grozov, what actually happened?
Why are you all still listening to that dung grubber? Where would I get hold of poison?
You brewed it up yourself. I found lots of valerian in your tent, which is used to make Dollmaker potion. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
That's enough. You'll die, you liar.
Silence! I've heard more than enough. Sir Grozov, you will come with me.
Me?
The king will not stand for wrongdoing among his nobles. That must be punished.
But I didn't do anything.
Don't make this harder than it need be.
Keep away from me.
Calm now, sir. Calm down.
Shut up, you worm. It's all your fault anyway. I won't let you put this on me. You hear? You're a dead man.
Now I'll... Well, Sir Stibor, one problem is cleared up, and another one takes its place.
I wouldn't say that. We've rid the king of one idiot. It's just a pity Cherton had to die because of it. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for the unpleasantness you suffered.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
What will happen to the camp now?
That is not your concern. I will personally take command. You just get rid of the corpse and clear out the royal tent for me.
With pleasure. We won't be staying long anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time. Careful. Everything all right, Sir Stibor?
No need to worry. Just because I spend all day sitting on my rear end doesn't mean I've forgotten how to hold a sword.
What about you, Musa?
For my part, I could happily have done without all.
I'm always... glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Excuse me.
Sziasztok!
I'm glad to hear it.
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlets.
At last, I won't have to wash the Cuman's asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
All right, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. But the really heavy shit is still ahead of us. I can't imagine how I'm going to explain to the king that Sir Grozov, who he personally put in charge of his soldiers, is a murderer.
Well, maybe it won't be so bad, and Sir Stibor will back you up. I heard Sigismund wasn't too fond of Grozov.
Just he can't say it openly, because the other nobles wouldn't like it. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Sedlitz awaits!
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horns, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with him, the devil... So he says... What the fuck?
Hey! I need a hand here!
Too slow! Slice him up!
Fucker! Take that, you shit!
Now you'll see what we do with girls, bastard!
You'll pay for that! I've been waiting for you!
What's it to be, you wretch?
Yeah!
No!
Fuck!
Slice you up! Help me! He wounded me badly! Slice him up! The pillory's too good for you. I'll chop you up on the spot.
For the cross!
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, who's that fella over there? The one who fought on our side?
He's called Crow. We met in the camp. I wouldn't say he's our ally, but he's against Sigismund. He killed the Cuman's commander and blew up the ammunition store. It's a long story.
Fucking hell, now that's a man. I like the sound of him a lot more than a lot who've settled into Devil's Den. Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Yeah, the sooner we make ourselves scarce, the better.
To the task, then.
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
Braver Köter. Ganz brav. Servus, guter Mann. What can I do for you?
We know each other, don't we? We met at Trotsky.
Oh ja, du hast recht. You are Henry, Lord Capen's man. Seltsamer Zufall. The last time I saw you, we were ambushed in that fucking ravine.
You survived the attack. A lot of people didn't make it out of there.
Genau. Wirklich terrible it was, but I survived. With a bruise or two and a concussion. Unfortunately, the other fellows I was with were not so lucky. Now our village has only sorrowful mothers, widows und Waisen.
Where are you headed now?
Duty calls, for I am still the magistrate in unserem Dorf.
And your lord is still Otto von Berghoff?
Ja, natürlich. And that verdammte tragedy of Nabokov has me busy dealing with the inheritance left by the poor souls who fell there.
It sounds urgent, if you have to deal with it when the gravediggers barely buried the last of them.
Well, there is no one to do it for me. The scribe is crippled, and both of my servants are dead. And worse, I can forget about riding for a while. That bastard who knocked me down broke 2 of my ribs. Ja, diese verdammte Schlucht. Und was ist mit dir, Mann? I heard they hounded you through the woods like vermin. Von Bergo has got it in for you, they say. Is that true?
If you really want to know, Bailiff, von Bergov's a lying bastard who betrayed us. And not only us, the traitor has King Wenceslas imprisoned in Vienna.
And why are you telling me this?
Because we are on different sides in this war, and we could just as well beat each other to a pulp, Bailiff. But there's no sense in you taking needless risks for a lord who left your village full of widows and orphans.
I lost many good men there. And perhaps the blame lies with him. Schön. I will pretend I heard nothing, and we can go our separate ways. Mögen sich unsere Wege hiermit trennen.
Quick! Quick!
Whoa! How you'll learn that a church is rotten. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests swallowing souls.
It's nothing too bad.
Careful. Damned weather.
At your service, sir.
Mary said, Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word.
Greetings!
I apologize.
Excuse me.
Ależ nam pogoda sprzyja, co nie, Henryku?
Yeah, it's raining cats and dogs.
Cóż to znowu za dziwne czeskie słowo?
Are you coming with us to Malashov?
And what would I do there?
What's wrong? Are you upset?
Am I supposed to be happy? Oh, for Christ's sake, you're all the same. Why do I even bother trying? You'll all just end up getting killed.
If you're talking about that plan, well...
Jan still thinks it'll be easy to capture von Berghoff. But I heard what Ada said.
What did he say?
That Otto von Berghoff has that fortress full of fresh mercenaries, armed to the teeth. My God! I should have slit his throat that time I had the chance at Trotsky.
We must defeat and capture von Berghoff.
Aye, there's always some we must with you fellas.
Look, if we succeed, we'll free our king.
Who gives a damn about some king?
Everyone. He'll drive Sigismund away and end the war.
Ha! You lot, and your big plans.
What's the matter? You didn't mind what we were doing until now. And all of a sudden...
Until now we chose our foe. One we stood a chance against. And engaged them when we had an edge. And for some time now we've been getting into wilder and wilder enterprises. But go. If you must. And try not to die there. Damn it. In the meantime, I'll wait at the fortress in Sukdal. That's where we'll meet.
So, mon ami, are you ready to go and capture Le Seigneur von...
Man, you'll never believe what luck I had yesterday.
But the main thing is you survived in one piece, Kozlik.
Here we are.
What awaits us at Malashov?
A short but nonetheless dangerous battle. In the best case scenario.
And in the worst?
Things go to fucking hell. And our worldly cares will be over. So prepare well. This really won't be easy.
I'm ready. For anything.
Good. The task won't wait. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next.
I'll wait with you. How about we knock back a few cold ones in the meantime?
I'm not drinking today. I want to have a clear head. But once we have von Berghoff locked up, I'll gladly drink the whole region dry.
So I say him, what do you expect? Where do you drink like fish? Fish is not able to walk either.
And then he threw you out?
No, he cannot, because...
Ah, vous êtes là. What is happening, Captain?
A mam nadzieję, że kurwa przeżyjemy.
Pojebało cię.
Enough of the chit-chat. I want to know if we're gonna get to work, Zizka.
We shall. No reason to wait. Von Berghoff won't stay in Malashov forever.
So tonight?
Before dawn. Even the dogs will still be snoring. And we'll have plenty of time to move.
I can't wait.
Sorry to disappoint you, Hinek. I need you in the village.
Oh, fuck. I was looking forward to that, Canon.
Hey, Kubienka. You were in the artillery in Sempak, weren't you?
Yes, but in the guard detail. I don't know shit about firing.
Well, at least it's some kind of experience.
I believe I might be of assistance, mes amis.
You've already helped quite enough, Frenchmen.
The Duc de Bourgogne wants Should have such a bit lourde in Champmol. And I was there.
Is that so, Baron? Do you know how to handle it?
Oui. If I have a few strong men to assist me.
All right. Kubianka will go with you. If anything fucks up, we're counting on you to save our asses. The rest of us will lure the fortress garrison out, so we can cut them off. We'll split into 2 groups. Me and my men will cut the village off from the fortress. The second group will enter the village from the other side and cause mayhem. That'll be your job. Set fire to a haystack, make a racket. In short, anything that will lure the fortress garrison out into the open. You get me, Devil?
Oh, aye. A good old blood orgy. As soon as they stick their noses out, the trap falls.
And the rest will go like this. Listen up. Malashov is only a handful of cottages and a tavern. Fortunately, Kunzlin's fortress is a bit beyond the village.
Fuck. Looks more like a small castle.
Aye, it's well fortified. It's got a moat, 2 gates, and a big tower. That's where von Berghoff will be.
And don't forget the drawbridge and the secret passage.
Korytarz był zamknięty, byłem tam.
Aye, it's to be expected they'll seal off the passageway, so we have to get inside, over the bridge, and through the gate. You and Capon will deal with that, Henry. You two know it better from inside. Then, you'll let us in.
Damn. That'll be as hairy as the balls of St. Killian.
Aye, it won't be easy. But this isn't the first time for us. And besides, this time, we've got artillery to back us up. We have to get to the tower whatever happens. And if it all works out, we'll drag von Berghoff right out of bed.
God willing, he'll be sleeping like a log.
And another thing, the Devil's Den is no longer safe. So after the attack, we'll pull back to Suchto Fortress.
Any place better than that shithole.
You're right there.
Abbas, no doubt Peter of Pisek will be delighted to welcome us.
He wants to fight Sigismund? Well, here's his chance. Especially since he missed the last skirmish with von Berghoff. Any questions?
What should I do?
You and Sam come with me. I need your youthful zeal.
Everything is clear to me.
We're glad. Hitch up, men! Let's take advantage of the dark and get to Malashov before the cock crows.
Kurwa.
What the fuck?
Don't know whether he sprayed me with blood or piss.
What, are you mad? We were only supposed to stir things up.
What did you think we'd do? Get drunk with them? Torch the village. No prisoners.
Look, just wait a moment.
What is it, youngster? What's the problem?
Do we have to burn down the whole village?
What of it? Can't you carry out a simple task?
Well, I don't know if...
Listen, von Bergau's in that fortress full of men. When they see the fire, they'll run out to extinguish it. They won't be expecting us. I never put my men's lives on the line, especially if I can have the element of surprise.
I won't murder innocent peasants, Devil.
What? Do you have kin in the village? Who the hell's got into you?
This is the way my family was killed. They massacred them. And why?
Kurva, that's your problem. This is a war, and this is our plan for getting von Bergau. So if you want to do it your way, fine. You want to be a commander too? Let's see what you're made of then. I can't guarantee you'll survive, though.
I can't give you any guarantee either.
I don't need one.
Hört auf! Hört auf, you madman!
Come on! I don't have all day!
Well, well. The bastard taught the devil to dance. So you won. The stronger dog fucks the bitches. We'll let the turnip pullers live. I hope you know what you're doing. Let none of our fine fellows fall instead of the few damn peasants. Because that'll be all your fault. What you gaping at? You never seen a man get his arse kicked before? We'll do it the youngsters' way. The boring way. Leave them, let him be. Muster up. We'll go round the village to get to Zizka. Nice and quietly.
What's going on, Devil? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I had a bit of a disagreement with this brat here.
This is your plan? To burn down the village?
What of it? We're at war, if you hadn't fucking noticed.
There's innocent people there.
Do you think I don't know? But better them than us. They'd run for the woods before we started anyway.
Are you serious?
Sei mishpoche, Freund. Sei mishpoche.
It is the law of God. We are at war here, not those peasants.
Fuck this fucking shit. Well, it's too late to go back now.
But that fortress is still full of men.
There's another way to do this. I'll take care of the first gate. You'll have the element of surprise.
Fine, Henry. You've made your bed, now lie in it. But if any of us die today because of you, I'll gut you myself. Fuck. It's almost your time. You need to sneak quietly over the wall, youngsters.
It's still dark. That'll give us cover.
I'll go with them.
I appreciate it, but this is not for you.
Easy, Father. We're trying not to die here.
I'm giving them my best men. That'll have to do, friend.
I'd like to see what they look like.
Here I am, Kalani. We got leather, and other go ahead to check out fortress.
Good, Janosch. We'll take care of the drawbridge. And you, Henry, open up the first gate for Zizka.
And then we'll storm in there like a fox into a chicken coop.
I understand. Let's go.
Exactly. Off you go. No time to waste.
Good luck, fellas.
Good. The rock isn't so steep from this side, and the patrols are only on the eastern wall. Let's go, fellas.
That is a good place. There? Really?
Yeah, there. Neckarfrey and do it already.
Yeah. Hey, just a moment.
Climb up the ladder, Henry.
But do it quietly.
You go first, Henry. Watch.
Shoot! Take them down, quick! Ready to die! Shoot! Take them down, quick! Do it! Shoot!
A bit chilly. Strange.
To hell with it. Huh? I must be mad.
What? Alert! Alert! Come on! Bring it on back! My God, he's dead. Oh, I knew it was spoiled.
Damn it!
Ready to die? Come on then. going on?
Someone's shooting!
They come from...
Now just to open that gate.
Watch out! They attack the castle! Go to the gate! Quick! Everyone here!
For the cross!
Take that! Kill anyone who doesn't... Like it! Once more to make it go home! You fucked me the wrong man, friend!
Odwal się!
Take cover behind the wagons! Hear me! Behind the wagons!
Fucking hell!
We have to hold out until they take down that damn bridge! For Christ's sake, get on with it! Hold the line! Don't retreat!
What's wrong? Like red?
All's not lost, boys! We still have that cannon! We just have to hold on!
Now you're finished!
What?
Huh? Jesus Christ,
Look
protect
out!
me!
Someone's shooting! Ah!
Oh, I knew it was spoiled. Oh, I feel awful.
Come on then, you bastards!
Now just to open that gate.
Watch out! They attack the castle! Close the gate! Quick!
What the fuck went wrong? Hey, man! What's up with that first? Occupy this place quickly! Kill any man who doesn't surrender!
It's like a shooting range here! Fucking bastard! Kill him!
Hold the line! Don't retreat!
What are you looking at, Conrad?
No!
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Take cover! Let him have it!
Mercy from me!
All's not lost, boys! We still have that cannon! We just have to hold on! Is that what you call fighting like a man?
I'll shoot your head off.
The devil's
And now take cover behind the wagons! Hear me? Behind the... Wagons! We have to hold out until they take down that damn bridge! Hold the line! Don't retreat!
You whoreson!
For Christ's sake, get on with it!
Ruchaj
Shoot
gazy,
those
ty!
bastards!
Kurwa!
Take cover!
Jesus Christ, protect me! Acid! He's got no chance to learn.
Shoot! Shoot now! Hold the line! Don't retreat!
Hit those fucking hell! Our lives are on the line! Hit something already! Kubienka! Damn it! What is that? It's not lost, boys! Ronnie, hit those that already! We just have to hold on!
Jesus Christ, protect me!
Kurva! They're shooting us like fish in a barrel! Shoot now! What is that Kubienka doing? Ah! Oh, the line! Don't retreat!
We can't take much more of this.
Can't those idiots hit anything?
Give them time! We're all out of time!
Let's go. Forward! To the top!
Let's go! Quick! Forward! Forward! Let's go! Keine Sorge. Have it! You got him! Smile now! Started bleeding, Angus. Help me! I'll kill you, you cunt! Are you waiting for me to die of old age, coward? There's still archers in the tower! Everyone keep going, man!
We'll shoot you like what?
Someone get an axe and
Fuck
this
off!
fucking door
And while
into
you're at
splinters.
it, fuck each other! You'll never take this tower! Hey, fuckers!
Are you still alive?
You want to
Seems
die?
so.
Stick your head out and you're
Glad to
dead.
see you are too. Come quick. We have to go and see Zizka.
Hey, fuckers!
Come on, Henry. To Zizka, fast! We have to discuss what to do next. It's not finished yet.
You fucked up with that bridge.
What will we do now?
Everything's fucked.
Von Berghoff is holed up in the tower. He has shooters there, and we're running out of time.
We'll have to parley with him.
Oi, we're not going to give up now.
That's right. Let's go. We're going to have a nice little talk with the Royal Chamberlain. Hey, you! Up there in the tower! We want to talk!
Listen! Stop shooting!
Now we'll see what von Berghoff comes up with.
Fuck all. He's trapped.
Chamberlain, you are surrounded! I propose you honorably capitulate!
He doesn't have a drop of honor in him.
Ah! Would you give me one reason why I should do that, Pirkstein? I'm quite comfortable here. I will gladly wait for my allies in Kuttenberg to arrive. You can talk to them. Ah! And you're making a lot of noise. All that shooting you're doing must have been heard in the Hungarian camp.
Is there a point to any of this? I mean, we can avoid further trouble.
I agree. There is no point to any of this. And on top of everything, it is absolutely inappropriate in the presence of a noble lady.
Rosa Retard.
Lord Capon! Henry!
Isn't now just the right time to change sides, Sir Royal Chamberlain?
What would you know about that?
Sigismund now needs you more than you need him. He's run out of money, his army is falling apart, and being his ally is no longer advantageous. As our captive, you'll gain more time, and you can calmly wait out the storm. And besides, if you secretly help us free Wenceslas, it won't cost you anything.
All right.
Can you give me any guarantees?
Why, of course. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
Your word, Bjergstein?
We're not barbarians, we're noblemen, Sir Otto. Your dead body would be worthless to us.
Ha! How sincerely simple, huh, Enoch? But yes, I can trust you. When it comes to ransom, you can always be counted on.
Fine. But what will it be, Lord von Burkhoff? You can flatter the devil all you want later.
You have convinced me. You're right. It is not in the interest of the kingdom to wage a war against each other. On the contrary, by becoming allies, we can all gain, ensure peace, and liberate our king. Very well. Agreed. We are coming out.
Ah. How fickle Lady Fortune is. First you're on top, and then you hit the bottom. Who would have thought back in the Barkov how things would turn out?
Come on. Move.
What? Did you think I'd have you tortured like you did to me?
Time to settle accounts. You will pay for what you have done.
No! He's under my protection.
He's a murderer. He deserves to die.
Nobody's going to be killed here.
Fuck! That was a blast. My skull's ringing.
The way that Brabant loaded last shot, it nearly blew his French ears off. It is wonder that fop survived it.
You got lucky today. You won't next time.
The finger of God is fucked, Otto. Sorry, that must have cost a king's ransom. Oh, my lady! Anyway, I think we're all done here.
We have what we came for. Load up the wounded, and anything of value, you're ready to leave.
You go ahead. I'll just have a look around here.
All right, Henry. Take care.
Hey, unless you want to end up the same way, keep going. Yeah? You're a dead man.
Whoa, whoa. Ah.
You can't get away from me! Come on, then! Stop! Oh, my stomach.
G'day, g'day. Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa.
Nice work! Nice work indeed. You saved the peasants but sent your own men to the slaughter. You like to keep your hands clean, but war is a nasty business. So who are you going to sacrifice for your conscience next? Your little Jew brother? Capon? Yourself? You play the game, but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose. You learned nothing. You understood nothing. And yet I tried so hard. And yet we share the same fate. No! My family was slain too, by the Turks. I felt just like you do. And Eric went through the same thing. That's why I took him in. We're one big family. Of orphans. Well, of course, you do have a father. Although he's not gone so far as to give you his name.
You silly mutt.
Greetings.
God be with you, Zizka.
His resurrection. Through the same Christ, our Lord. Amen.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Bergov?
Not yet. We need to fix ourselves up after the battle. We'll hear what Otto has to say tomorrow.
Is von Bergov's interrogation starting soon?
Not yet. We need to fix ourselves.
I'm sorry.
I'm freezing.
Why
is it so cold in here?
Rubbish.
Aye. Who are you calling a piece of rubbish?
Not you.
My respects. I'm sorry.
Good day.
I'm sorry.
My humble respects. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
My respects.
What do you think about Malashov? We were damn lucky.
More like the people in the village were damned lucky. I'm glad you talked the devil out of burning it down.
Well, it took a bit more than talk.
It takes guts to stand up to Hinnick. But to beat him? My lord.
Do you think he'll want revenge?
You humiliated him in front of his own men. It can't be ruled out. You'd better keep an eye on him. Or go and have it out with him, straight up.
Any idea what'll happen next?
Another madcap scheme, most likely. What else? That's all we ever seem to do, in case you hadn't noticed.
Sometimes I ask myself what me and Capon have got ourselves into.
I tell you what you've got yourselves into, but I don't want to start cursing.
Du verdammter Mistkerl!
Also, morgen zur gleichen Zeit? Ja, natürlich.
I'm sorry.
Could you teach me something?
Why not? But I can't right now.
Dopey look. And you came straight to mind.
I'm wounded.
Christ, you can be a real bitch sometimes.
My humble respects. Perfect, Kuta. Ganz brav.
I'll sort you out nicely.